So, setting your expectations is very important in your entire job process because we come across different resumes and people have different background. Some may have US experience, some do not have a US experience, and some do have like pretty much few years of gap in between their previous opportunity versus a new one. So understanding you cannot compare your resume to other people, you cannot copy stuff because that's really inappropriate uh, that normally some people have been doing, but that's really that shouldn't be an ideal way when you're preparing your resumes. So when you're changing a career, you may want to think about your background and what kind of skills and experience are you bringing to the new opportunity. So it's important to highlight the key strengths and experiences that you have developed in your previous experience. And there's no harm in changing the career, but it's always good to be upfront whenever you are presenting your resume or whenever you're having a one-on-one initial first phone screen, probably with the hiring manager or recruiter. It's important to ensure that you're conveying the right message to the hiring manager or the recruiter, and also, talking about your skills and strengths, why you're making this career change, what are the skill set that's going to help you into this new opportunity. So these are basic things you've got to remember. Also, have you been out of the job market for long? So if you've been on the job market for like several years, you may want to think about like what did you do in those years. Many people take those breaks for family purposes or somebody's sick or some other reason. You definitely don't want to convey the message that you have been not doing anything, basically. So that gap is actually noticeable to recruiters and they don't like it. So if at all you have a gap, try to explain that gap. You can explain it on your resume by saying home, whatever, a homemaker, or if you're devoting some time to your children's needs or even your parents or any family purposes, you may want to make it very clear to the recruiter. If you were into some educational program, if you're trying to get some online degrees, you may want to mention that in your resume. Also, do you have work experience in the US? If no, getting any experience is positive. So many of the students that we have seen, I would say 50 people percent probably have experience, and some of them don't have experience. But as long as you have some level of experience from India or whichever country you came from, it does add to your resume. Obviously, you need to build your experience once you're in the US territory. But I just want you guys to think positively. I mean, there's no harm. People always move around the globe. So you may have tremendous experience in some other country, but not in the US. But it's always good to have some level of experience. But if you don't, then that's also not considered negative. You can always develop that experience. And obviously, it depends how you present your resume. Also, computer savviness, and regardless of any field you go now, technical skill set is a must. Regarding whether you're a physician or super specialized physician, it doesn't matter. At one point, everybody's got to know how to operate a computer, how to operate Microsoft Excel's, Words, PowerPoint presentations. So we always encourage students to take some Microsoft skill classes if you've totally been out of computer zone, if you haven't being that technical, because it's very important